Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome. We're going to have some tea. Love yourself and mean it. My new cozy mug. I needed kind of like an in-between mug. I have like smaller mugs. I didn't really have a medium mug. And then I have like really big mugs. So I wanted something a little somewhere in the middle, and this called to me. So 2-2 on the timer. So some numbers for you. It is 10. 1, 10, 26. Welcome. Again, videos are timeless, as always. Welcome. Again, you are going to receive what you were meant to receive for your highest and best good always, through divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, divine wisdom, and divine knowledge. I kind of added all of that in there. So again, if I landed here, more than likely that there is a message here for you from your spiritual team, from source, from the universe, whatever word you choose to use, from your higher self, okay? And or you called a confirmation, an answer to a question you had, okay? Source says go look at the time. Right now on your clock when you're watching this video, 1:10, 1:11 on the timer. Thank you for the confirmation. So 11:11 is significant, 1:11 is significant. We've been in this portal. We've been through this full moon, the super full moon. There's been a lot going on. We've been transmuting, we've been purging and cleansing and recalibrating and integrating and all of the stuff. So hopefully you're doing well and you're listening to the body, and again, reducing the stress, become more still, taking those sacred baths. Grounding is super important to cleanse your field, to cleanse everything. All right, so here we are, 144 on the timer, okay? So I've got a lot of content that I've got stuff written down. So I've been just making content in whatever ways I'm guided to, whether it's pulling cards, light language movements, and light language codes with music. So that's been new. I've been fun. 202 on the timer. That's been fun to do. It's getting more of that sacred feminine movement, moving the Shakti, the Kundalini, which has been really nice. So you might see more of those. 212. Just know that when you're receiving those, you're receiving the frequency and energy and the codes, the activations, the healing, that my particular energy and frequency in my field and essence, you're receiving that as well for your highest and best, for whatever you're needing in that now present, as well as the music. You're receiving aspects of whatever that music has that it's going to offer you for what you need in this now present moment, okay? So I'm just going to go for my journal. So a couple of questions that has been posed today for me to share 244 on the timer is, who are you without the mask? Who are you without the warrior armor? Who are you when you are not constantly striving or pushing? So source, your team says, please write these down, whether it's pen to paper or in your notes, okay, just so you can revisit. You don't have to have the answers now. Just, who are you without the masks? Who are you without the warrior armor? Who are you without constantly striving or pushing and trying to prove your worth through achievements, through doing? 322 on the timer. Who are you in the pause? Who are you in the stillness? Okay. Who are you in the sacred void before the new self crystallizes? Okay. This is initiation. Okay. So this is the initiation, that cocoon phase, sacred pause, okay? The no thing, the nothingness, okay? So source says, sit with this. Sit with these questions. Sit with them without needing to know the answers right now, okay? So sit with them and let the not knowing be okay. So 404 on the timer. So sit with them and let the not knowing what the answers are, let that be okay. Okay, let the uncertainty be the groundedness of your becoming. Let this uncertainty be the groundedness of your becoming, rather than something to escape from. This is your cocoon. Okay, source is saying, please, so the divine feminine of source is here. So thank you for that, source. She says, stay present, stay grounded. Stay connected to your breath, to your body, and to the earth beneath your feet. Do not rush this process. Do not force clarity before it is ready to emerge. So I heard a song that hit on point with that particular phase. Do not force the clarity before it is ready to emerge. When you are ready to know, Source and your team will let you know. And that's how this entire process has worked for me. The more I want to know, the more uncomfortable it is. And the more I surrender, and when I do finally, when that is given to me, that clarity is given to me, it's just this great epiphany, this aha moment, this like, it's just toning in the left ear, confirmation, clearing and toning and downloading there, okay? Significant. So embrace this and do not force the clarity before it's ready to emerge. When it's ready to be emerged, when that clarity is ready, you will receive it. Whether it's through confirmation through videos, whether it's through tarot readings, whether through your meditation, whether through its downloads, visions, audible, just a knowing, okay? There's a connection, connecting the dots is what I'm hearing. That puzzle piece will fit perfectly instead of us trying to force, you know, those big, massive, I don't like puzzles. But the way Spirit works with me is it's a big puzzle. It's pretty hilarious. So you know those pieces that look almost the same color, but they're completely slightly different, but we're trying to force it. So your team says, quit trying to force that piece in. Set that piece aside, and when the clarity is ready to unmerge, you'll get that piece perfectly. It'll be in perfect timing, okay? Perfect orchestration. So don't let the fear and the impatience, so patience is a big lesson for me, has been a big lesson. So do not let the fear or the impatience pull or force you back into old patterns. So do not let the fear, the worry, the anxiety, the impatience force or pull you back into those old patterns of grasping and controlling, because we know the ego mind loves to grasp and to control and to fucking hold on. We know that. So we've had this very potent full moon. We've got a very potent new moon coming up here shortly in Capricorn. You've been forged through the fire. You're being forged through that solar fire, right? You're forged in the fire, okay? You're receiving these activation codes, okay? You're receiving these activation codes, 111 portal, again, the 1111 portal. We've been having this massive portal time, okay? So you're being shaken awake out of the dream. So you are being shaken awake out of the dream. Some of you might be feeling like you're being shook really hard, and some of you have already kind of 744 on the timer, and it literally, the timer stopped. Like, that was weird. That was like a complete pause in the timeline. Like, you know how the seconds go? It literally stopped for an extra second or two. That was weird. I've never had that happen. So that's significant. Maybe you're seeing glitches in time, or time pausing, or I know time has collapsed for me, for sure, because of the surrendering and going with the flow and being present. But some of you are like, some of you might feel like you're being more violently shaken, awoke, to be awake. You're being shaken to be waking up from this dream, because this is the dream. When you're sleeping is really when you're awake. If you know, you know. So some of you feel like you've been violent. And again, that shaking is also what I'm getting through, is shaking loose all of the debris, all of the old stuff. That's shaking the masks off, shaking the costumes off. That's what's coming through right now. So that's significant, okay? So, and again, 844 on the timer. Look at these numbers, please. There's definitely messages in everything that I'm calling out for a reason. Tigers, doves, peacocks are significant here for the collective as key code signs and synchronicities. Rainbows are significant. I'm just going to take a look at the other ones I wrote down. 1010 I said is very significant. Sunflowers, the color purple, confetti, labradorite. Some of you might need to work with labradorite. Okay, look at labradorite and its benefits of labradorite. Ground, of course, nourish, cleanse, all of that. Take those sacred baths, take those sacred showers. What other? Owls are significant. Butterflies are super significant. The white rabbit is very significant for the collective. And these are all just signs, synchronicities, and key codes to know that you're in alignment with this message, okay? As always, take what resonates and leaves the rest. But I love the numbers. Everything's mathematics in the universe, in geometry, math, okay? And the math ain't been mathin' for a long time, and it's time now for the math to start mathin'. That was fun. I'll talk to you soon. From my heart to yours, I love you. Sending all the light, love, magic, and miracles to you, the beautiful collective. Bye.